Is it time to quit yet? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today, I'm going to show you something that my kids got in their Happy Meals. Not an actual Happy Meal. Happy Meal is a term that was invented by McDonald's. I think it was invented by McDonald's. They're the ones that are known for the Happy Meal. But this came in the Carl's Jr. version, the kids meal, what have you, Star Pals, I don't know what they call it. So Carl's Jr. is a fast food restaurant here locally on the West Coast. I know throughout a lot of the other country it's referred to as Hardees. Pretty much the same thing. It's got that little star character. If you have them or don't have them or have seen them before, you'll recognize it. Either way, it's a fast food joint, right? Hamburger place. And my family does not do a whole lot of fast food. It's very rare that we get fast food, and that's not to look down our noses at fast food. We tend to eat at home. We try to eat a little more healthy. And every once in a while, though, for example, today's my daughter Alexandra's birthday, and she requested that they go to fast food for dinner. And so I was out. I actually had some work to do this evening, so I wasn't with them, but they came home and they had these stickers that came in their Happy Meals. Here's the interesting thing about these stickers. These stickers are for Rumble the movie. Okay, it says see the movie. And it's these monster stickers with dogs and monsters and so forth on it. I don't know if you've seen anything having to do with this movie. I had never heard of this movie before. There's the emblem for it, Rumble. There's no details on it other than says Paramount, in very tiny print, it says Paramount Animation. See the movie. It has some names of some of the characters here. I'm going, I must really not be plugged into pop culture. I don't even know. I haven't seen a single trailer for this movie. We watch kids stuff on TV and everything, and I haven't seen anything about this movie. What is this? So my wife looks it up. The kids go, we want to see it. We want to see it, right? My wife looks it up, and it says it's coming out in 2022. Well, I'm filming this in February of 2021, okay? Why are they putting this out in a fast food meal? I mean, sometimes they get ahead of the game. I get it. But getting a year ahead of the game, that's a little strange. Some of the kids that are going to be getting this in their mail won't be kids in 2022. So I go and I look it up. Turns out this movie started production in 2019 and was planning to be out. Well, actually, I think originally it was planning to be out in 2019. And then in 2020, and kept putting it off and putting it off. Why? COVID, right? COVID's the reason. And so they had to keep putting it off, or at least it's the excuse. It's a convenient excuse. If you've really got a bad situation that wasn't affected by COVID, it's a great excuse to use. If you've got bad customer service, whatever else, COVID, everyone's using it as the big excuse. But it's a serious deal, obviously. I'm not making light of it, but look at how it's affecting everything. This movie ended up getting put off and put off and put off and put off. Current date, it is being put off until early 2020. A good year ahead of this. Well, obviously, they came out with this ahead of time, had already prepackaged this stuff and sent it off to Carl's Jr. and had a slot that they got themselves into to put this stuff out in Happy Meals and into the kids' meal. And what happens? It ends up going out anyways. Even though there's no movie, it's a complete waste of money. I mean, some of the kids might remember. Some of the kids might put some of these stickers up thinking they look cool, and way back in the back of their minds, they're going to remember in a year what it has to do with, and somehow it will encourage them to go see Rumble the movie. Maybe. But really, waste of money. So what's my point? The point is, if you've got a business, there's a point at which you have a project, you have something you're working on. I'm telling you, there was a point at which someone signed off and said, we can't do anything about it. That money is lost. Let it go. And they just had to let it go. I don't know if it was Carl's Jr. I don't know if it was the Paramount Animation, Paramount Studios that just said it's okay. It's however much money. Just let it go. We'll get them next time, gang. You're gonna have projects. You're gonna have businesses themselves, but you'll have projects within the business. You'll have products. You'll have service lines. You'll have different things that were a complete waste of time, money, and energy. And at some point, you got to cut them off. At some point, you got to quit putting bad money after good money after bad money, and you got to cut it off and just say, let it go. You got to let it go, man. You got to just cut it off and let it go. Who was it that wrote the book? Let me see. I wish I could remember. Seth Godin. Seth Godin wrote a book called The Dip, I think it's called. And it's all about the dip that ends up happening in a point in a business where at some point you have to quit. That there's a good point at quitting, and if you quit at the right time, it allows you to be able to jump to the next thing at a better rate, instead of trying to ride out something that isn't going to go any higher. That's only going to get worse. And it's a really important point to remember. So if you have something going on right now that just does not seem to be working, and in the current state of things and where things look like they're going to go in the near future, it's probably not going to work. It might just not work. You might just need to cut it off. If using that time, that energy, that money somewhere else is going to give you a better return, do it. Do it. I'm giving you permission. This is me, from one business owner to another, giving you permission to do it. Hopefully that's helpful. I've got my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business, if you like more help with your business, and really more bigger strategies, not just this quick little concept that I throw out there on a nightly basis, but really long-term strategies, stuff that will explode your business and make competition completely irrelevant. 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You could buy it wherever you get your books, or you can go to amazonproofbook.com. amazonproofbook.com. Get your very own free copy of 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. That's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with another principle, strategy, or tactic to help you explode your business. You have a great night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.